welcome to Night Rips and 6 more packs of Topps 1995 Stadium Club Series 1. Again, we're going through this box, kind of trying to fill in the blanks of what I have left. You know, my grail, my push, my hobby, I am going to try to capture all years of Topps Stadium Club. Of course, that being a total of 8,380 cards. In case anyone's curious, it's been over 30 years. Well, it's been 30 years since they've done this. And while it's not total of 30 years complete because Topps did take a break with some. But there is 20 years of Stadium Club that I got to capture, so it's definitely going to be a long time to get this. And if you're interested in watching me push on, because I can do that during the season, I can do it when it's off season too, because it's going to take some time, and I'd love to have you subscribe and follow along. Obviously I open more than just Stadium Club. I open a lot of Stadium Club. But, I definitely would enjoy the company of me trying to, chase my habit. And, of course, drive my wife crazy because this is a lot of cards. Interesting to see the Florida Marlins here because obviously that's a relatively new team at this point. Okay, so we got our first subset, and this one would be a draft choice. And that draft choice would be Jason Peterson. And of course, the draft, the subsets here, they are base sets. There is some inserts that are not base. And when we run into them, I'll point that out. Oh, I did not like that sound. Yeah, it's the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. I got Jim Abbott. Actually, this year I actually pulled his autograph out of the original Topps Series 1, 2021. Of course, here's one of the inserts or parallels. They actually did create a virtual reality set. Matter of fact, we did pull a virtual reality card. Usually after this card is the virtual reality one. This time it's for Jim Thome. It's a total of 135 cards, and they actually, this is the only checklist for it. The checklist for the base set is specifically for the base set. But this 135 card, it is a parallel. They are a number parallel because like the Jim Thome in the base will not be number 76. It'll be something else that I don't know off the top of my head. But what this set was for was because in 1994 they went on strike. They actually did computer simulations to determine, okay, given what the real season was, which is what these bars are, they actually forecast how many of each thing. For example, in the case for Jim Thome, he hit 28 home runs, or is that 29? I don't know. But they project if he would have played the complete season, there have been 55 home runs from him. So, would that happen? Who knows? Especially in the mid-90s. It's possible. A lot of people hitting a lot of home runs. Unfortunately, and I don't think Jim Thome was one of the ones that was actually caught up on the Peds thing. Those are more the Mark McGuire's, Sammy Sosa, obviously Barry Bonds. There's Lee Smith. So, I think Giambi, Canseco, the list goes on and on. I don't think Jim Thome was actually ever implicated. There's Sandy Alamar, Roberto Alamar's brother. It's an interesting pose there. I actually like that Astros uniform. I mean, it's definitely different than the old orange ones that they had in the early to mid 80s. I like those too, but that mid 90s one, that was very, that blue was actually kind of cool looking. Kevin Gross, of course, with the sunglasses. Can't be mid 90s without see him sporting the sunglasses. And I think we might I think this is where we got getting sticky. For whatever reasons, the front of the cards were much stickier than the backs. And when you put a front to front together, you get that, well, they stick together and they kind of mess each other up. So Willie Blair definitely got some damage to him. And of course, so does Matt Miskey. Somebody always takes more damage than the other. There's Tom Hankey, sorry. And of course, we have a Sandy Alamar, best seat in the house card. Let's take a look and see. This is, obviously he was with the Indians. So let's take a look at this. Hopefully we can get it to come apart without doing too much damage. And it actually did come apart pretty decent. But this would be Sandy Alamar there at, what field do they say? Jacobs Field. Which actually, and I was there a few years ago. It's actually Progressive Field now. So that's pretty cool. So basically, it says as if you're sitting right here, that would be your view. Sure. Now here's our handy dandy checklist. I'll see. It's where to marking. Like those are the statistical extremes. Those would be the draft picks. So it's the inserts, or we'll call them subsets rather than inserts. Here's a draft pick of CJ Nikowiski. Can't tell if that's messed up or not. Of course, we get if you want to join and buy the 50 cards for $10, there you go. Of course, you can't do it anymore, but that's what things like eBay are for. And then here's our virtual reality card. This one for Hal Morris. They're obviously one in every pack, as long as you don't have one of the dud boxes like I had the first time I ever opened this product. And all I get to do is complain on stream, because not like I complain to Tops again, since that was a long time ago. Okay, there's John Vanderwall. There's an interesting Matt Williams. I guess that's a handshake. I guess he hit a home run or something, but he was a league leader. And Ricky Gutierrez, Todd Hundley, Brad Beck. Mark Wohlers. There's Ruben Sierra. Another great slugger there. Lee Tinsley, are you going to be and you are the lucky, unlucky one that's stuck to, who you stuck to? Was that Carlos Delgado? Yeah. Ooh, and both of them got pretty damaged. I even destroyed a little bit of the seal for the Red Sox. Unfortunate. Now we got Bo Jackson again. This time not messed up. And we have Roberto Kelly's best seat in the house there at the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, which is Atlanta's stadium 2 stadiums ago, since it went from Fulton County to the Ted Turner Field there in '96, and of course a few years ago, I guess it's a little bit more than a few years ago, what's now Truist Field up in North Atlanta, or actually in Cumberland or Smyrna. And I know it well because obviously you see my Atlanta Braves hat behind me, behind my hand there. Obviously that's where I go quite often. Oh, here's a nice card. It's a Statistical Extreme. This time, Greg Maddux. Very cool. Well, it looks like I got a little bit of damage to it, but again, this is for my personal collection. Ken Ryan. Of course, we get our VR. Or no, actually, this is not the checklist for VR, is it? Oh, no, it is. And then we do get our VR card, this time for Roger Clemens. So this one actually is going to be a little bit interesting because I'm curious. So he had already gotten 13 wins in 94. They were going to project him getting 23 wins and a total of 290 strikeouts. He had already done 231. And then his strikeout for 9, he was averaging at 8.97, saying it was going to go up to 10.864. So pretty cool. 3 packs to go. That's pretty neat. We got Clements and Maddox in the same pack. What kind of rotation would that have been? Braves had a great rotation going into this year too, so since we did win the World Series in 95. There's Carlos Begara, sorry. If you watch my stream enough, you know I hack names up. Will Cordero. There's the longtime Boston, Mike Greenwell. Derek May, of course, the sunglasses. There's Willie Banks. Julio Franco. Steve, you are the unlucky one that's got stuck. And Brian Harvey and Steve Traxel, y'all got stuck together. There's Mike Piazza there he's with the Dodgers. And we got Darren Dalton. That's a interesting fact. I think it might be cause and effect, and it is. Pretty cool. I don't have any of those in this rip. We have our draft pick. That one would be, who is that? Matt Smith. Sometimes they're hard to read the color choice that they make. We got Denny Hawken. Of course, this is where we get our card, this time trying to sell us the 50 card Stadium Club membership. And our virtual reality card is Ray Sanchez. Definitely not a home run hitter. He hit, this is the funny part. So he hit 1 in 1994, projected to hit 61. So really, that one's a stretch. I can understand if you hit like 20, and then you could kind of extrapolate that out. But that would mean that he was holding back all 60 home runs until after the strike, or when the strike was going to happen. I think that's a load. That's Bobby Bonilla. It's exciting because we all know Bobby Bonilla Day. He's still got a number of years to collect that $1.something million every year from the Mets. Steve Avery. Jeff Conine, again, with the shades. Almost should create a sunglass collection. Just of everybody that's putting on sunglasses in all of the different products. And I think the winner of that one's going to be Stadium Club. Because that's just, for whatever reason, they just love putting on sunglasses whenever they take their pictures in Stadium Club. So Todd Stottlemyre. Yeah, you got kind of streak there. Of course, Randy Myers. That's Johnson. Okay, this looks like a statistical extreme. Is it? Whatever it is, it's stuck a little bit. And it is another Greg Maddux statistical extremes. I guess I get to choose which one looks better, which one took less damage. So definitely they always have a problem with some collation on some of these cards. There's Jeff Bagwell with that cool looking Astros uniform, but that's his cause and effect. Nice Hall of Famer there. Midry Cummings. Got our VR checklist, and then our VR card would be Brady Anderson. And this one, I think that's just the look of the picture. I don't think that's actually damage to the card. And of course, he hit 18 home runs, but then projected to hit 55. So obviously he's not doing as good as Ray Sanchez. Last pack. See if you can pull any of those one of a box cards. There's Sid Fernandez, Ryan Klesko, Juan Guzman. Oh, I'm not going to hold off on him. Darren Lewis. Ron Guzman's going to be a virtual reality one. At least the assumption is. Joey Cora. Nice action shot. Brett Boone. Bob Wickman. Ken Ryan. And of course, Ken Ryan looks like he is the winner of a face-off here. We got the two cards that are stuck to each other. And who's he stuck to? Lance Johnson. Oh, it's so painful. All right, definitely can see some stickiness to both. We got Eric Hansen. Looks like we have ourselves Matt Smith draft pick. We already pulled him. We got another draft pick. This time for the Braves, we have Jacob Shumate. There's Jeff Fry. We got our Stadium Club sales. And then, yes, it was right. There is Juan Guzman, virtual reality. Of course, he had 18 wins, projected 23. Had 180 strikeouts, projected, what was that, 290? So, okay. So we didn't pull any of those one per box cards, which I guess it's going to be held to the last one since we opened 6 packs at a time. So we only have 6 packs to go. We did pull some interesting draft picks. Not anyone super great, but unfortunately with these draft pick cards, most of them really didn't. Jacob Shumate, we got a couple Matt Smiths, CJ Nitkowski and Jason Peterson. It's hard to read that red print on those cards. We did pull 2 Statistical Extremes. Unfortunately, they're the same one, both of them Greg Maddux. So my choice of the best one, I guess. We also pulled a couple of the Change in Effect cards. We got Darren Dalton and Jeff Bagwell. Those are definitely nice cards. Do like those calls in effect. I don't think they did them very much. I don't think they did them anymore. We did pull the best seat in the house. This time it's Sandy Alamar. I don't remember seeing this card, so this one actually might be one of the new ones, hopefully. And then finally, we did pull 6 of the parallel virtual reality cards. Juan Guzman, Brady Johnson, Ray Sanchez, The Rocket, Roger Clemens, Hal Morris, and Jim Thome. It wasn't a bad opening. Again, we still got a couple more. We got 6 more packs to open, so we've got one more chance to see if we can pull any of those hobby box or retail box cards. The 1 in 24. So there's 24 packs. You're not guaranteed, but the odds are you're going to find one. We'll see if we can find it in this next opening. So make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that notify so you get known whenever I put more videos up. I do put videos up every day, at least one a day, sometimes more. So definitely want to get that notified when I do it. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments, go ahead and drop it in the comment section below. I appreciate you taking the time to watch me ramble about baseball and open old cards and grimace every time I hear 2 cards stick together, because it kind of rips at my soul when I hear that. So look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, bye now.